All right, guys, so we got us a rather unique, well, it's unique to us, problem on our homestead.
I have seemed to lost Marcel somewhere, so I'm on a hunt for my husband. It looks like Gidget's down here, so I think that maybe Marcel is too. What'd you find?
My marbles. I was actually looking at that door on the other side, and here's the latch, and then there's the hinge.
All right, baby cakes, that's this part of the frame. Yeah. All we got to do now is build the front and the back. Close it off, plastic it, tarp it, and it's done.
Right here, look. All right, guys, so we got us a rather unique, well, it's unique to us, problem on our homestead. And we are just not sure what we're going to do about this. So if you don't already know, part of us having a homestead is having a whole mess of chickens. Guys, and we've been living with these chickens and raising chickens and breeding chickens for nearly 4 years now, here on this property. And we've experienced many predators. And we've been able to combat most of them. We might lose a chicken a year. It's the price that we pay to be able to free range our birds. However, in like, I don't know if it was our last video or the video before, we were up on the scaffolding and we were like, oh, hey guys, check out that eagle. Well, guess what, guys? I think that eagle's trying to move in. Now, I'm not sure if it has gotten one of my chickens yet, but it certainly is here every single day. And our chickens are not running scared like they were originally. So in my mind, the eagle is just waiting for its opportunity. Because I believe if it would have already killed a chicken, the chickens would be much more skittish when the eagle is around. So I did set up a GoPro this morning down here by the pond to try to catch this thing. When I came down, the battery was dead, but it was still warm, so maybe we caught it flying in. I did not catch it flying out, but that's when I seen it. It flew out again, so I'm bringing the camera down now. We're going to come down and check periodically. And we're going to start researching ways we can deter this eagle from wanting to be here, minus getting rid of all of our chickens. Because I know that right now all these chickens are like a predator's magnet. You know what I'm saying? And if we could like be like, hey, eagle, get you a rooster, that would be cool. But I have a feeling that they will only get the ones that we don't want to get rid of. You dig? Now we trying to live harmoniously with nature here on our farm. But there's some things that we just can't have. And I'm not sure what to do about this one because it's a bald eagle. Bald eagles are protected. And I'm not sure what I can actually do outside of just trying to scare it away, maybe? Baka! You know what I mean? That could work, guys. I need to fine-tune that. But I was clapping at it the other day and it did fly away, but not in fear. It was probably more like annoyance because my chickens got rustled around. I just think this thing is hunting my birds. So there you have it. What to do, what to do. You know, we've seen eagles here periodically since we've lived here, but not many. When we was in Colorado, we seen them all the time and it was awe-inspiring and majestic. Now I view it as a threat because as beautiful as they are, that eagle's not going to lay eggs for me to have for breakfast. But my chickens do. And we have quite an investment in our chickens. So much so that I'm not willing to just say, well, I guess that's the end of chicken farming for us because there's an eagle in town. So we'll see. It might eventually try to post up here permanently. I'm really not sure what I'll do then. I have to hide out here with that chicken mask. Daryl got me. You know what I mean? Don't think I won't do it. I'm here to protect my flock. Baka! You hear me? That's right. All right, guys. Well, the eagle wasn't down here, and I really do need to work on my eagle bagas. You feel me? So that I can be more threatening. Right now, I just sound like, Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, see, I'm all right with some of the birds, you know, offering it up, but the moment that eagle gets one free ride, it's going to want to hang out until the buffet is gone. Yeah, we're not trying to do that. All right, well, there you have it. So if you guys got any recommendations on how to deter an eagle outside of hurting it or getting rid of my chickens, I would greatly appreciate them. Yeah, we'll at least consider them. Until then, I'll just work on my threatening bird calls. You feel me? All right. Man, I know that I'm eating crow right now, guys. Paka! You know what I mean? Because I said I would not build another coop. There's no way I'm building another coop until I build my house. Guys, but we got to get them out of the house. So we got to build a coop. We got 3 hoop coops already. Yeah? And we got our Fort Knox coop, right? And then we got quarantine coop. And I'm still leaning towards I like the hoop coop design. But we do need to make some changes. And we have one that we are going to take out of service pretty soon so it can be repaired. So we're going to keep going with the 3. And then hopefully we could be all caught up by the time these little chickarees are ready to be in a big coop. Yeah, we were first introduced to the hoop coop design when we were building a dream. Just the mental part. Right? And then we were blessed enough to be able to meet Jeff at Bobblehead. And he had hoop coops. So we got to see what it was like, what he had. And then we kind of just formulated our own. We had big plans, guys. Great intentions of the Joel Salatin style mobile farming. But we just don't have enough pasture for that. We got all woods, guys. And Arkansas is a lumpy dumpy, man. It's not very easy to move these things around. But it's still an awesome design because you can move it around. It's not a permanent structure that's fixed to one area that you then have to worry, how long can I keep chickens in here before I need to give it a break? You can just pull it and put it on ground that has already had a break. Yeah, which we need to figure out as well.
Yeah.
Bam, bam.
So far we framed up our hoop coop, and this time Marcel decided to put 2x6s on the side.
Yes, and there's a perfect reason behind that. It's genius, if I do say so myself. So this is why I've made this crucial structural change, because it is now in the permanent design for this coop. It's because I bought a drop that's a little narrow, a little short. And I can't reach the screws. I already learned it on the last 2 coops that we repaired, guys. I'll never have to worry about that again because I at least know it's got to be 16 foot because we've got a 16-foot panel.
Yep, so that was good thinking ahead. We did have some struggles when repairing those last coops. We found out that our tarps were a little bit too short. So this should work out perfect. We're gonna figure out some more framing. We really do like to reinforce the frame quite a bit. So we're gonna get some pieces measured out for that and cut up and installed.
All right, guys, another design change. We originally brought our cattle panels, which if I didn't already say it, I'm going to say it now. We use these big old heavy stout cattle panels. Now, they're heavy and it makes it more difficult to move around, but it's also very structural. They become like Fort Knox, man. It's like a bunker. I'm like living on a chicken military base. You know what? Cock-a-doodle-doo! You know what I mean? Well, what we did this time, instead of notching it out because we couldn't find my bolt cutters for some reason, we decided to put it to the inside. And that changes some things. So one of the things that I had to do before, guys, was I had to hit it and then like carve out inside of the board, right? To fit inside of here. This time, the lumber will be to the outside and we'll be able to fix it from the other end. So it is a design change. We'll see if we like it. And if we don't, then we'll change it at a later date. But first, we're going to have some chicken soup. It's really hard to put squares in a round room. I'm just telling you right now, it's hard to square that sum and the gun up. So we just pulled a measurement. I'm going to run it a little bit wild, so our lumber is going to be up higher. That should help us with fastening our tarp. We'll see. It might mess us up too. I don't know. I can't see the future, guys. I can barely see in front of me because my glasses are scratched. Ow! All right, I feel better. All right, so the measurement was 75. That puts me like an inch and some change above the cattle panel, yeah? These are the same exact steps you would take if you was going to build a house for chicken. That's the dangerous part of working with wank and stank lumber. All right, let's go install this baby. I just feel bigger when I got my 30-footer. I could be packing around the 25, you know, but I'm not a little girl. I pack around the 30-piece chicken nuggets. All right, let's go. This is how you lose weight. You just cut one board at a time and have to walk 3.5 miles to get the next one. That's how they used to do it back in the day without shoes, uphill both ways. Okay. We'll just measure over and try to make it as close to the same as possible on both sides. So like this right now. Hold this board right here. I got to swing a hammer, so you're going to...
You don't want this pulled over a little bit?
Yeah. We might just have to screw that in. Why won't that screw go in? First of all, the screw gun's dead. Just gonna grab the step stool. That's too much. All right, so we'll make two of them at 36. So if we go 1.5 inches, right there, and then mark it at 36, and then we can come down 1.5 inches, bama lama. Gives us lots of surface.
One of the things that we're trying to do is not go out and spend a bunch of money to make this coop. So we do have some materials that are being used for this fence that the chickens don't use anyway. It was for when they were much smaller, which we'll figure out another fence, have other material that we could use for the next chicks. So this stuff right here, we need it for the coop. So Marcel's gonna be pulling up this wire mesh real quick, and then we'll use it on the up and over portion.
What up? I gotta pay attention where I'm driving, guys, because Baby Cake's trying to lead me off a cliff. Keep going, Baby Cake. Pull it tough. Don't slow down now. All right.
Knee deep in dirt, but my spirit flies free. Sweating my soul out beneath the old oak tree. Boots scuff, callous hands grind, don't stop. Barnyard beats bang while the rain don't drop. Oh, it's a good day under this golden sky. Living life steady, let the troubles pass by. Hard work in a heart that refuses to break. Love it all raw, every ounce I can take. Clinking mason jars, moonshine dreams. Fields hum stories sown in sunbeams. Pride in the soil stitched into my chest. Simple life, but man, it's the best. Wrangling wolves, saddle 'em, let 'em loose. Strumming my story as the pigs cut loose.
Right.
Harmony and hurt,
I think maybe we ought to use a drill bit and the drill. Poke a hole through here, and then we can wire through that. What do you think?
We are getting there. It is mostly done. It has a few things that we got to do to it still. The storm is moving in pretty quick. It said around 5 or 6. I think it's about 5:30-ish now. So we're just biding our time, working as long as we can at this point until the rain starts. We did feel a little bit of raindrops just a few minutes ago, but seems to be holding off so far, so we're just going to keep pushing forward. Still need some nesting bars, nesting boxes, which I think we're just going to pick some more up from Tractor Supply. And maybe we may build some, who knows. But the ones that Mima and Papa sent us have been perfect for the coop, so we love them so much we may just buy some more. They're not the same ones, but they're like it. Ooh, those are some big old zip ties.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull this door over a little bit so that this latch is easier to... Now that we started putting all the stuff down and pulling and pushing, it has become...
tougher to open and close.
Right, well, this latch, see? See? So you got to kind of, before you didn't have to kind of.
Yeah. Doors are always tricky. The mics went dead. We've been out here working so long. It's windy. I hope you guys can hear us. So what do you guys think? We did a little bit different than last time just to save on some time by not having to build a door. I like this one a lot better. It seems like it might be a little bit more sturdy. We used 1-bys on the other one just to keep the profile of the door low. However, at the joints, we could either put extra framing, which we did on one. Well, we did on 2 of them. And the other one was, it was a lightweight framing, so it fell. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a good door style for longevity. Although our first coop is over 3 years old, and the doors only had to be repaired once, and it's mostly because we've accidentally left it open and the wind banged it around. So when that happens, then it gets damaged. The wind is not going to damage this one like that.
Yeah.
You know, but we only have one of these. So who knows, maybe when we go yard sailing we might find another one.
Yeah.
Who knows, but I do like this door style. I like to leave one end open, guys. In the winter times it does get bitter cold, but when you close these things off too much, they get stinkalinka. You want it bowed up?
Yeah, because it'll eventually straighten out, I think. So a typical day after releasing a video, we usually come outside and do some rounds, explore sometimes.
Yeah, we went out this time, just the 2 of us. There's that eagle. There's that eagle. That's bad news. That's bad news.
Well, an awesome thing is we've been seeing an eagle. A not so awesome thing is
It's been seeing our chickens.
we've been seeing an eagle around our chickens. So
That's the only reason it's hanging out here. If it hasn't already gotten some, we just need to count. If it hasn't already got some, it's going to get some.
alright, so we think the eagle is scoping out our chickens. It has been landing somewhere over here in the pond area. And the coops are right over there.
Yeah, and there's coops above it too. And the chickens hang out in the woods right there where it's always landing, right there.
And our free range chickens are usually right there. Whoever gets out, they like to go to the edge of the water, so that could be a problem.